Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are going to take a look at a warning clip that was actually provided by the Warning Band to the YouTube channel It's Not Me, It's You back in September of 2020. This was a clip that was intended to help promote the Patreon channel. It was originally taken by a fan that was visiting the cave in July of 2018. The fan's name is Paul Saylor, and the video is actually called Alley and Hysteria in the Cave, but not just the cave. There are a couple of other clips included. But most of this is in the cave, and after we see Alley working that riff, there is some discussion as well between the fan and the band. And there's other fans there too. As a matter of fact, we have two other clips up on the channel already from another fan that was there who goes by 5150 PWS. And he put up his clips in August of 2022, so about 2 years later. And one of those clips is Escape the Mind, with Pow playing it solo on piano. Perhaps you remember that one. And then the other one is Alley singing River's Soul. So again, July 2018, kind of a historic point when the band is still trying to work on the numbers on the Patreon page so that they can support themselves. And at this point, they're also trying to get out their second album. You know, they may have had a separate Kickstarter for that. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, this was all part of that plan. So there were some fans there that day. It was a small group of trusted people. A lot of people have requested this one, particularly Carl. So thank you, Carl, for this. And we're going to take a look, see what we think. So Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Oh, I'm just looking forward to another history lesson with a classic warning, not wee warning, but classic warning.
Yeah, I guess this is that's about right. Yeah. Yeah, they've kind of outgrown wee by about 2017-ish, something like that. So, yeah, all right, very good. But some of these early Hysteria clips are definitely wee warning. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the whole thing is only 3 minutes long. Let's take a look, and we'll discuss after.
All right.
Last time we played it, and that time we hadn't played it.
Wow.
Yeah, don't forget.
Alice, don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget.
Another one that got me really hit on you guys
House
was
of Blues. That you played it there in Anaheim in 2015 or October. Because I remember you announced it as Ellie's favorite cover. And you went crazy. Yeah.
Come on later.
Yeah.
But what are you saying, Paul?
I was gonna say the one that really got me for a cover was Atlas Rise from you guys. That's when I got stuck on you guys.
That song, I don't remember one single.
Because it was so complex.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So we did that so we could send it to Metallica and open up their show in Mexico City.
Okay.
And they actually received it.
Yeah.
And there was an official invitation to do a warm-up show backstage with Metallica. And then it fell through like a day before.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. And the song is like 7 minutes long, and we're like,
Yeah, it's a long song.
we had to do this. I think like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So my heavy metal friends, I showed that to them and they just loved it. It was like, man, you guys are powerful.
The song for me was We're Not Gonna Take It Anymore. Believe it or not, I can't believe how well you blasted that.
My voice.
That was like 5 years ago. Yeah. I actually saw it each night and performed that a cappella one time. That was great. Yeah.
God, my voice.
Yeah.
Memories. Por la voz como de niña.
¿Por qué no tocas solo el piano? ¿No hay?
Escape the Mind. Sí, Escape the Mind.
We know you don't.
No, I'll play it. It's just that I learned it again for the Agua Fria, and after that, I totally forgot it again.
Como salga.
So, let's see.
I hope my camera stays on early.
Okay, interesting. So they go into the very next clip that we have. We actually have the clip of her doing Escape the Mind, which was right after this shut off. I will leave that in the cards in case anybody wants to keep going with watching this, kind of these clips from this day. What'd you think,
So it
Adrian?
sounds like someone facilitated the warning playing a backstage warm-up show with Metallica.
And
What's his name? He deserves a medal, a trophy, and a Ferrari.
Well, it didn't happen, though. That's the only problem. But yeah.
True, but reward him for the noble effort anyway.
Yeah. That's the thing. All you can do is try and be prepared and do your best. And, it doesn't always guarantee things. So that's what happened here. They're like, here, we'll try to impress them. We'll do Atlas Rise, which is a very complicated song. I don't blame Pau for saying, I don't know about that. And my understanding, too, there's actually some notes about what was happening with Hysteria here. Apparently, Danny just couldn't quite remember enough of it to do it, because they hadn't done that one in quite some time at this point. Probably been a few years. That's why we didn't get a complete version of it. They were just kind of taking requests and trying things, but it wasn't official. This was very informal. It was just the family, some friends, and that was it. So that's how that came about. But yes, we do have Escape the Mind happening after that, and at some point, Ali sang River's Soul. They performed River's Soul.
Ali began that video with that badass bass riff.
Yeah.
It's like, what year was that video clip again in the beginning?
That was 2013.
That was Weed Warning.
Yeah, it certainly was, yeah. I think that was only the second time they'd been out in public. And the first maybe as the actual band. I think they may have named themselves The Warning just before that. I think that's the case. If anybody knows otherwise, let us know below. But I thought it was very impressive that they at least went the extra mile and tried to get Metallica's attention, and they did get their attention. You never know what happened. There could have been some snafu in travel. There's no telling. It's not like somebody suddenly said, oh, let's 86 this. There was certainly some reason for it, you would think. So, too bad, but that's okay. At this point, I still don't think they've met Metallica, and that's kind of a shame. I'd like to see that happen sometime. I don't know that they've ever expressed a desire to actually collaborate directly with Metallica, but that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is so cool, just looking at a snapshot in history when they were still a fairly early in their career band. They're still making inroads. They have one album out. They're doing all right. They've done some shows, opening for some big names at this point, and they've just done amazing things ever since. So it's fun to see these types of clips dribble out, once in a while, just to kind of, almost like a fly on the wall, just kind of seeing what's going on there.
Another show I wish I was at, the Cave.
Oh, there, yeah. I don't know if it was specifically a show, but they did. It sounds like they did requests, so that's cool. Yeah, for sure. All right, folks, well, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? Let us know if you've seen it before. The clip has been out for a few years, but it seems like it's enjoyed a resurgence in the last month for whatever reason. And so that's nice, If there's anything else that we haven't seen from this day, other than those 3 clips that I mentioned, by all means, let us know below. And if you have other suggestions for us, particularly the early days like this, where we learn things and it's a little bit more intimate, leave those as well. Okay. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.